So we're going to be working with the Gratitude long layer haircut. The greatest thing about this haircut is it's all about fundamentals. So it's about looking at the head shape, understanding how the head is moving, each curve of the head, and really going in there and putting the exact type of layering or getting the effect of the cut that you're looking for. So what we're doing in the back here is we're taking a vertical section. Everything is coming directly out. You'll see that the first panel that we took was straight across the occipital bone to behind the ear on both sides, and then everything is coming out from the base, straight out from the head, and we're working on that curve. So if the head curves, then our section gets elevated. What that's going to do is create the softest look possible. So now we're going to be working on the opposite side of the head. Watch how I comb. I'm combing everything towards my body now, and the reason for that is we're pulling the new hair to the guideline. So it's a traveling guide, but I still want to make sure that I'm combing that new hair towards the guide instead of pushing the guide away. That's going to help keep me consistent within the haircut. Then you'll also notice that as I cut in my fingers, I'm only going about a couple inches up, then I recomb, and then I finish the cut. That's not because of tension or anything. It's in this part of the haircut, it's because the head shape is changing. If you look at the occipital bone and the head shape and the way it turns, that head shape is going to move a lot. So you need to move with the head shape as you cut it. Working our way through. Still directly straight out from the head. So you'll see that my elevation's dropped a little bit because that's how the curve of the head goes. Then as I go up that section, I raise my elevation to make sure that we're sticking with the exact 90-degree elevation in the haircut. Now we're going to let down our second panel. It's going to be on the left-hand side, and we're going to continue to just follow the head shape. So basically what this is doing is taking away any of those weight lines that you would normally see in a layered haircut. We want to create a really soft look with no shelves, no 7-layer haircuts or anything like that. We're just trying to create a nice soft layer pattern that you can't really see. It's going to be very seamless. So keeping that elevation high. I think the one thing that we see out teaching is that a lot of hairdressers drop their elevation when they get to this point of the haircut, and then they end up with that heavy layer. And then at the end, they're going to blow it dry and they're going to go in and cut into that layer. Well, we're trying to eliminate that extra work and just go in, make sure that our elevation is consistent and nice and high so that we don't have that shelf at the end. But again, everything is just straight out from the head. Now we're working on the other side. Really focus on my hand position and notice my combing. So Gratitude is really, it's all about the combing and how consistent you can be within a haircut. So if I was working on the left-hand side, I'd be pushing the hair away from my body, making sure I keep that flow going. Then as I work on the right-hand side, now I'm going to be pulling the hair towards me. That's really just to move the new hair that I'm going to cut towards the guideline. So still just elevating that hair straight out from the head, following the round of the head, working each section the same, keeping that consistency. Notice the cleanliness of the partings, really just working through the haircut, taking the time, and the worst thing you can do is rush through a haircut, because then what you're going to be doing at the end is just fixing everything and every little mistake that you make. And if you take your time, take clean sections, work your way through it, you're going to notice that the end result is much better, and the guest is going to get a lot of life out of the haircut as well. Whenever I look at haircutting, I'm always looking at the curves of the head. So that's going to create, it plays a big part in the way that the hair is going to fall. I think, we go to hair shows and we learn new haircuts and everything, and we just go and we place it on anyone. Well, if you don't understand the curve of the head, and every person's going to have a little bit different head shape. So if you don't understand those head shapes, then you might place the wrong weight on the wrong part of the head, and you're going to have a totally different outcome on the haircut. Probably something that you didn't want. So Now, as we work through, you're gonna see I'm working on the front. We're gonna create a really nice face frame, keeping a high elevation. Again, this is something that a lot of hairdressers would cut face frame down low. Well, we're gonna raise it up high, take out the weight, create a really nice soft face frame, very seamless feel. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So you'll see a diagonal forward section, bringing it straight up out of the head. Basically following the shape of the forehead at this point, so we get a nice soft fall. And we're gonna work our way back until we run out of hair and there's nothing left to cut. So the way that you're gonna get your guide from this is really just determining the length that you want the face frame to start. So, you know, you could drop a piece down, check the chin length, maybe around the cheekbone, and then cut it from there. Now we're gonna move in the top of the head. You'll see I'm kind of checking the way that the back of the head is gonna fall. And then really from here, everything, I'm gonna split the head. We're gonna follow that layer pattern up. We're just gonna work in pie-shaped sections just around the back till we get to the division line in the head. So when we get to right at the ear, we're gonna stop. So working in those pie-shaped sections, following the round of the head and cutting those layers. So we work our way over. Now we're at the division line. We're gonna elevate that, create those layers, following the shape of the head. We'll rotate, work on the other side. Same thing, pie-shaped sections, all the way over to the division line. Now, as you practice this haircut, this is a great haircut that you can work on with every guest in the salon, really, a piece of this haircut. And just take it for that. Just know that it's a fundamental haircut that's meant for learning to be consistent within haircutting. And I think that you can use this and these techniques on anyone that you come across. So now we're going to connect the front. I'm connecting it to the guide that we had on the side. So we're just going to work our way up. Everything's going to come, again, straight out from the head. No over direction on that. So you'll see straight out from the head, following the curve of that forehead area. What I like about this is it's going to allow us to basically cut a fringe as short as we want, but it's going to leave it flexible so it can go to the left, to the right. She can wear it on a center part, and it's going to be very weightless because of the elevation that we have. Straight out. Again, cutting that guide. We're cutting it short to long, so it will push the weight, you know, a little bit further towards the back. So it'll be a nice, soft, round shape to the haircut. Straight up, connecting it to the other side. Now Brian's gonna come in here. He's gonna do a quick little round brush. It's a great haircut for a round brush technique. Just going in, showing the guests different ways of styling that. You could smooth this haircut out. It looks great smooth, but it looks really good with a curly texture, or also a nice little round brush. Working nice, a lot of volume in there. We'll just go in and finish it up. You can see the really nice layering in there, nice little fringe, and it really sweeps off the face. It's a really nice haircut. Like I said, this is a classic haircut. Anybody could wear this. It really fits on a lot of your guests. So you can practice it on a daily basis, and it'll help keep you nice and consistent in the salon. So I hope you enjoyed this cut.